Alright, let's be honest. If we all talked about struggle, I promise, we'd each have stories to share. But now I help people overcome their struggles and issues, or we at least throw some ideas in the air. You see, I'm not a man who has all the answers, but I do know the one who does. And the counsel I have on speed dial these days is the one who is and always was. See, I'm a man who's saved and set apart, considered gifted and inked in art, baptized by water, renewed mind and given a new heart, committed and spiritually focused, determined and relentless, and not afraid to be transparent and open my mouth for forgiveness. The fact is, I missed the mark. But there ain't a day that goes by that I won't try. I'd rather admit that I need help constantly instead of seeing the ones that I love cry. You see, I've spent my nights in prisons, I've slept in hotels and truck stops, and yet I still felt like I was that one sheep who seemed to stand out in flocks. But it took me a while to get that. It took even longer for me to get back to a place where I could finally find my serenity and work on the things I lack at. See, it's a fact that you and I, we are the same. I swear on everything that is true. You was created for nothing but greatness, and there's a reason why God chose you. The truth is, most of us were stubborn, and for some odd reason we attract the dark. Until we're given that fire to shine, and I hope that God will allow me to be that spark that can help the blind see and will allow the deaf to hear and show the ones who was once timid how to stand up and confront their fear. You see, I'm a witness that God takes you to mountaintops. I also know He protects you in the valley. I'm also a man who's weak and needs His mercy, and I can finally admit that proudly. See, one thing about me, always has been, and always will be, is the fact that I'm the man who jumps in the deep end of the pool. It's just the way that my father made me. And it's crazy, but lately, and He's shown me where I need to grow. He's also called me to be a witness in places where others are reluctant to go. There's no way I would be where I'm at today if it had not been for God's grace. He is sufficient, He is faithful, and He is worthy of my praise. He's made ways for me beyond measure and made me unbreakable through pressure, and showed me that being rich in this earth doesn't have one thing to do with treasure. There's nothing you can say to me to convince me that my God is not real. You see, His presence is not something that you can explain or calculate. It's just something you feel. I don't write just to write. Everything I write, I speak from experience. My life right now is living proof of what God can do with ignorance.